In this world, the heaviest things aren't what we hold in our hands, but what we carry in our hearts. But the moment we let go of those emotional weights, everything starts to feel lighter. Once, in a quiet monastery, a young monk had just joined. Even though the place was peaceful, he was always troubled. His past was full of pain, family problems, childhood struggles, and deep disappointments. These spots never left him, and he felt upset all the time. Even small things felt like big problems. His mind was always busy, making everything more complicated than it needed to be. One day, he couldn't take it anymore. He went to his teacher and said, "Master, I'm tired. My past keeps haunting me. I can't stop thinking. I want peace. What should I do?" The master smiled and said, "Come with me." He took the young monk outside and pointed to a small hut on top of a distant hill. "An old monk lives there," he said. "He left us years ago to meditate in peace. He is wise. Go to him. He will help you." The young monk, eager to find peace, said, "Can I go now?" The master nodded, and the young monk set off right away. He climbed down the monastery and made his way up the distant hill. After a long, hard journey, he finally reached the hut. The old monk was meditating. The young monk waited. When the old monk opened his eyes, the young monk bowed and said, "Master, please help me. My past hurts me every day. I can't stop thinking. I want to be free." The old monk smiled kindly and said, "I will help you, but first, come with me. We're going to the village for lunch. Someone invited us." As they got ready to leave, the old monk placed a big, heavy rock in front of the young monk. "Carry this," he said. The young monk was confused, but he picked it up and followed. At first, he thought maybe it was part of a lesson. But the rock was heavy. His arms hurt, his legs were shaky, and sweat poured down his face. He wanted to drop the rock. But he told himself, "Maybe I have to suffer through this. Maybe this is the way to learn." By the time they reached the bottom of the mountain, the young monk was exhausted. His whole body ached. He was shocked to see the old monk already sitting under a tree, smiling. The young monk dropped the rock and said, "Master, why are you smiling? I'm in pain. That rock made the journey so hard." The old monk asked, "How was your walk?" "Terrible," the young monk replied. "The rock made everything harder." The old monk nodded and asked, "Then why didn't you drop it?" The young monk was surprised. "But you told me to carry it." The old monk said gently, "Yes, I told you to pick it up. But I never said you had to carry it the whole way. You chose to suffer, thinking it was needed." Suddenly, the young monk understood. The old monk continued, "This is like your life. That rock is your past, your painful memories, regrets, and worries. You've been carrying them too long, and they've made your life harder. But just like the rock, you can choose to let go at any time." Tears came to the young monk's eyes. He felt relief, not just in his body, but deep in his heart. He had been carrying a weight he didn't have to. The old monk placed a hand on his shoulder and said, "The past is over. The only reason it still hurts is because you keep holding on to it. Let go, and peace will find you. That day, the young monk learned something powerful. True freedom doesn't come from holding on. It comes from letting go.